Hey guys, Shadylikeatree here, and welcome into Reminiscing with Shady, episode 73. This is Kobe Bryant in NBA Courtside. Now, this game was developed by Left Field Productions, published by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64. It was released here in North America on April 1st, 1998. At that time, I would have been not quite 9 years old. I would have been a third grader, I do believe. This is just some 5-on-5 gameplay with the N64, and that is the only time I'm going to be leading during this entire gameplay. I found this much harder than I remembered to play in the past, and also, you know, there's some things newer games do that these games don't. Like, you can't, you know, do any sort of weird, funky moves on people, and also the game's kind of broken and in that just a lot of different ways. So anyway, I wanted to share a story about this game, and this might be you know, the first video game. This video game actually was a video game that caused some conflict for me. I think I've told the story before about how in the NFL Quarterback Club video I did, which I believe is episode 31 of Reminiscing with Shady, I talked about how I used to go to the YMCA when I was a young boy after school, because it was right next to where I went to elementary school, and it was where my grandmother worked at the time. And she would drive the bus and drive the kids, you know, do the after school bus program thing. I would hang out there for like an hour, and then she would come and get me. They used to have this like game room in this area, and it had a Nintendo 64, and I think that was all at the time. It later, I think, got a PlayStation, but basically it had one Nintendo 64. And there were a bunch of dudes in there playing, and they were probably, I don't know, teenagers at the time. You know, they were older than me, and they were bigger and meaner, and all these sorts of things. And actually, my first ever swear word in public was these guys. They were not letting me play, being mean, and I just said, you know, fuck you guys. And I gave them both the finger, and I stormed out, went to the front desk, and told the program manager that they were being mean to me. And they all acted like it was cool and like I was irrational, and maybe I was. I don't know. I was 9 years old. I was not in a mood to be messed with. And so then he made them let me play. I played like 2 matches, won them both, and then that was the last time I ever went in that room. I actually haven't been to that YMCA, and I couldn't tell you when. I don't know. I just haven't been in there, you know, really in that room since. But I haven't participated in any sort of program since I was a young teenager. But I was never really a fan of, you know, the way things were run there. But you know, that's just me. And blocking in this game, I mentioned, is definitely one of the things that's broken, because you can just go underneath and just block everything, which to me makes no sense. Another interesting factoid that I wanted to share about this particular game is that you'll notice I'm playing as the Chicago Bulls. This was based on the 97-98 season. Since Michael Jordan was not in the NBA Players Association, you have the standard player number 98 roster guard, as you can see right here, who takes his place. Supposedly has similar skills, but I guess without a name. What is a name by any other name, you know? And then also in this game, Latrell Sprewell is not in the game at all, I do believe, because he was, there was some issue, if I'm remembering correctly. He did something, I forget what it was, and he got like a almost a whole season ban. Not quite a full season, but almost. And so he's not in the game either, even though he technically played, I believe, or technically was on a roster, but he was suspended for, it was like 70 games or 80 games or something like that. It was like almost the whole season, but not quite. I will say that this game is made more difficult for me with my kind of N64 controller, because those things are difficult to use, these days. But what's really kind of interesting, and what I was thinking about as I was playing this, was how, how blessed and how, well, I don't know if blessed is the word, how happy I am that we have DualShock sticks and we have these new joysticks and these new analog sticks that are so accurate, while at the same time, being comfortable and being precise and accurate, and they're comfortable, and they don't break like the Nintendo thing. The Nintendo thing, to me, basically feels like a joystick and a piece of string attached to something, and these new sticks are definitely not that. They have what feels like more points of rotation. So thank you, base Sony, for that, because let me tell you, having to play these new games with all these features and how accurate you have to be, um, with modern games, I don't think you could do it with one of these old style controllers like this. And I'm glad that we've had the innovation in controller that we've had. And two, part of it is the innovation in movement and dynamics. Kobe Bryant was used as the motion capture for this game, and things have gotten better. They've begun to use more plot points. And granted, this is on a what is this, Gen 4, Gen 3, something like that, system. So the graphics and the computing power aren't going to be as good as even anywhere close to modern day consoles or equipment. But just the advancement in technology in sports games is just incredible to me, and it just kind of it makes me really glad of my gaming experience, because I get to experience the old games like this, and how difficult they were, how much they were not a true simulation of the real game. It was kind of bits and pieces here, bits and pieces there. And see, right there, he picks up his dribble. No one would pick up his dribble. He would just back him down, and whatnot, and then that leads to 2 points on the other end for them. So that's one of my frustrations with this game. But I thought I would share this game with you. I have a lot of sports games that I've played over the years, but at the same time, it's true to who I am and true to what I've played. So I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been episode 73 of Reminiscing with Shady. This is Kobe Bryant in NBA Courtside for Nintendo 64. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next time.